Peace, brothers. I know some of you brothers out there, some of you single, some of you married to your children, some of you have a girlfriend, whatever the case may be. It seems like the world is getting tougher now. Cost of living is higher than it ever has been. And I just want to talk to you brothers about distractions in your life. And I got 4 distractions that many of our brothers struggle with. And hopefully I can help you out a little bit to realize that we can't afford to have distractions in our life in these last days. Because it's hard. Like I said, it's hard out here, and especially hard on the so-called black man, more than any demographic out there. And you know, we always been at the bottom because we God chosen people. So we have to be extras on our P's and Q's. We have to really be focused. And they really coming at you, so-called black man. So you really gonna have to be on your P's and Q's in these last days, no matter what state that you're in. So I have 4 distractions that I feel in my heart and my spirit that are distractions to the so-called black man. One is social media. Now, social media is a great thing, especially in these last days and these final days that you can research things. It helps you out with pretty much anything you need to find. It helps your kids when it comes to schoolwork and different things like that. So social media can be helpful in a lot of ways. It also can be a distraction too. I know it's a lot of brothers be on the internet all day. Electronically, they be on the game all day, whether it be the PS5, whatever kind of games they got out there. And it takes you away from doing your priorities. And we can't afford that. That's what the Bible says, a time and place for everything, you know. So it's a time and place to play games. There's a time and place to look online, look on the internet, look up things, play games on the internet, look on YouTube at your favorite YouTuber, your favorite podcast, whatever the case may be. It's a time and place for everything. But sometimes you can lose distraction for what you have to do because you be doing those things too much. And you can lose focus on your priorities in your life. You know, you caught up in social media so much that you forget to do certain things in your life that you should be prioritizing. You know, especially for you brothers out there who have kids. It's 24/7 job. You know, you can't let up 1 minute with these children because they're constantly being bad influence in school, on social media themselves, especially if you teach them the Bible. For you brothers out there who believe in the Bible and follow the Bible and follow the Most High, you know, especially when you're trying to raise them in the Word, you know, it's a lot of distraction with them out there, you know, and in a split second moment of the day, they can be bad influenced by anything. So they need you at all times, you know, to be teaching, you know, talking to them, showing them the way, leading them and guiding them, you know. So you really can't guide them properly if you're on the internet all day. You know, they require that attention from you and their mom, you know. So the internet is a big distraction in our community. You know, and like I said before, it's a good thing too. So a lot of times, like especially YouTube, and I know myself, I get caught up being on YouTube sometimes a little bit more than what I should. You know, looking at old school basketball games and old school videos, whatever the case may be, or whether it be some positive like research. Sometimes I catch myself doing a little too much. It takes away from my studies. And I could be better in myself doing other things. So the internet can be a big distraction until you brothers out there and keep you away from putting your priorities first, you know. So you don't want to get caught up being on the internet all day, playing the game all day and all night when you got other things to do. Some of you brothers, you want to better yourself in education. You want to learn more when it comes to your current job, you know. You want to just be mentally smarter. So you really can't do those things when you're occupied by the internet all the time. You know, you're going to have to make the priorities and important things. Do those things far more than you do the things that, you know, pleasure yourself. So just keep that in mind. The second thing is what I've been talking about a lot on this channel so far is obviously women. Women is the number one distraction, in my view, to the so-called black man. And the Bible talks about women have been like the biggest distraction to the so-called black man in the scriptures, that they failed when it came to certain women. You know, Solomon, for an example. Solomon in the Bible, most of y'all know, he had the most wives and concubines of any man ever lived. And he was a man that was for the Most High. He lived for the Most High, for the most part. He did what the Most High say do. He knew he knew the scriptures. But what he did in the end, at the end of his life, he actually started worshiping the other gods that a lot of his women were worshiping. He started worshiping those gods because he put those women on a pedestal. You don't never supposed to put a woman before your creator. For my brothers who out there who, like I said before, believe in the Bible, who serve the Most High. You can't be putting your woman before the Most High, because it'll mess you all up. You can't, like I said earlier, a lot of things that you want to do, you can't focus. A lot of you brothers wondering what your woman doing every minute of the day. If you say you trust her like you do, then long as where she's supposed to be, whether it be work or at the grocery store getting food, with the children, out with the children, doing whatever the case may be, you know, trust her that she's doing those things. And you focus on what you need to do. If you have a woman in your life, whether you have a woman or a wife or whatever the case may be. You know, a lot of so-called black men get caught up in that. They calling their woman every 2 to 5 minutes, every 30 minutes, wondering what she's doing, just because either he don't trust her or, you know, he just that much of a simp. And that takes away from what you need to be doing, for the most part. So those situations like that, I see a lot in our communities. So don't let a woman distract you from what you need to be doing. You know, if you, like I said on previous videos, if you don't have yourself together, you know, and if you're not where you need to be in life as a young man, some of you brothers probably my age, in your 40s or older, if you're not where you need to be, in my view, don't try to be in a relationship. Don't even be thinking about getting married to a woman. Like I said before, that way you could be focused on what you need to do. Women can be a distraction. And another thing for you guys out there, who got a sex addiction. You know, you feel that every woman that you see, you need to try to get with her. You know, the Bible says, don't look at every single woman in the way that you want to take her as a wife. Don't get caught up in the physicalness of every beautiful woman that you see. Some you just have to let the woman go. Like, okay, you know, she bad, but I'm just gonna let it go for the day. It's all good. I'm going about my business. There's plenty of women out there. You don't have to come on to every woman you see. You know, you saw a lot of so-called black men, we get caught up in, you know, the physical attribute of a woman so much. It's like we gonna die if we don't have a beautiful woman in our life. We don't have a bad chick in our life. You know, most of us, you know, want a bad chick. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But what I'm saying, don't let that get to you. Don't let that be your main focus and priority in life. You know, I'm seeing a lot of brothers, their confidence get down. And they don't even want to better themselves because they don't have a particular woman in their life. Some of you spiritual brothers, no matter what the religion that you part of, some of you look at yourself like, I'm a nice dude. I don't break the law. I go to work every day. I try to live my life the best I can be, but yet and still I don't have a woman. You know, these women out here, you know, they be acting crazy. You know, is it just me? But then you get, you know, you start having low self-esteem and, you know, lack of confidence in your life. And you don't want to better yourself and you just let yourself go every day. You know, some of you stop fixing yourself up. You know, you be depressed. You don't want to go around people. Things like that. No. You know, we supposed to be kings as so-called black men. You know, as a so-called black man, we supposed to be a king. And the Most High don't want us walking around with our confidence down like that because of things like a woman and material things, you know. So women out here, like I said before, women is a big distraction to the brothers. And we can't have that any longer. You know, most of our women out here, a lot of them, they being independent now in these last days. And they're not thinking about you so-called black man, believe it or not. They thinking about their career. The only thing they really want to do is just have a baby with you. In the back of their mind, it's like, I can live with you or I can live without you. But for the most part, especially the younger ladies, 18 to like 25, they mindset is like, if I get a man, I do. If I don't, I don't. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them, they thinking about their future more than they thinking about being with you, so-called black man. And believe it or not, a lot of our sisters, they'll choose a so-called Caucasian man before they choose you. That's how bad it is. They're not thinking about you like you're thinking about them. They're not, the way you simp over them, they're not drooling over you like that. Believe it or not. Because they know they can get sex anywhere. But for us, like, getting with you to be in a relationship and want to marry you, no. Most of our women not looking at you like that. Believe it or not. Yeah, they would rather, go about their life with their career, make money as much as possible, don't have any children. And as long as they can have one, they good. And be a single mother. So, I encourage you, brothers, to stay on your P's and Q's, man. You know, and then don't let women distract you. Because like I said, that's the biggest distraction. You know. Another thing, my third one, racism. Believe it or not. Racism is one of the biggest distractions in our community. And what I mean by racism, we worry about the so-called Caucasian man and woman too much. Like a wise man said, it's 2024. And I'm talking to myself too. There's so many opportunities out here for you so-called black man than ever before. I was born in the late 70s, grew up in the 80s and 90s when I was a young boy. And the opportunity then is not like right now, where you can go online and find jobs after job after job. You can become an entrepreneur like never before. And that should be your main focus anyway, having an entrepreneurial spirit. That's what we need. So that's why I said on the last video that when you have your head on straight, you know what I'm saying, you can have that mindset, like become an entrepreneur at an early age and strive to do that. And you don't have to worry about anything holding you back, like a woman, kids, and things like that, until you get where you need to be. But yeah, it's so many opportunities for us now. And blaming the so-called white man, no. There's so many ways that we can make money today. And I know some of you brothers went through probably what a lot of other brothers went through. You didn't have your father at the house to teach you about finances, about being career-oriented and things like that. I understand. I went through the same thing. My father wasn't there for me. But at the end of the day, I don't hold no grudges against my father. But at the end of the day, you have a new day to turn everything around and start over. And it's not where you start, it's where you finish. Keep that in mind. But yeah, it's time out for blaming the Caucasian man. Because at the end of the day, the world is not going to change. America is not going to change. This is Babylon. This is captivity that we in. The Bible said that we was going to be in captivity in these last days. And this is all captivity. So we have to just make the best of it until the Most High Son come back and get us. But in the meantime, we have to make the best of it because we're here now. So whatever job that you have, do the best you can until you can better yourself. And don't give up until you better yourself. Because at the end of the day, our people out there, the main one who talking about the Caucasian man and woman, when it comes down to it, they're not going to help you pay your bills. They're not going to help you raise your children. They're not going to help you get a house. That's going to be all on you, so-called black man. So that's why I said racism is a distraction to a lot of the brothers. Because we act like it ain't no hope. Because the Caucasian want to run America. But if you have faith in yourself, work hard, don't have people in your life that's going to try to hold you back. Stay away from negative people. Put your God first. Sky's the limit, brothers. And that goes for me and every brother out there. I'm talking to myself too. And see, the racism is going to be very important in these last days for the so-called black man to stay focused. That's why they talk about Donald Trump so much, because they want you, so-called black man, to stay focused on irrelevant things like politics. This country wasn't built for us. If you want to be in politics, that's fine. That's on you. But my king is in heaven at the right hand of the Father, Yahweh, who this world calls Jesus Christ. But I'm telling you, this Trump thing, they want to keep your mind off what your mind should be on. And that's that you're not a head of the household anymore. They want you to don't think about things like that. Just like they started back during the civil rights time of getting the man out the house, getting the so-called black man out the house. They really want you to be out the house now. They want our women to be single. And they don't want you to be the head of the household and raising your children the way the Most High wants your children to be. They want your mind to go away from that and to be focused on America and racism. And they're using our women to be a part of that. You see what I'm saying? So racism is a big part of a distraction to some of our so-called black men out there, especially pro-black brothers. You know? So don't let that distract you from being all you can be. And putting your priorities first. Don't let that hold you back. The last thing, believe it or not, is idolatry. That's the one that hurts me real bad when I think about my people. Idolatry. And what is idolatry? Idolatry is putting anything before your God. I serve the God of the Bible. And that's what I believe in. And I know some of you brothers don't, but when you start putting things before your God and you start worshiping other things, that's idolatry. And that's what a lot of our people are doing. We put athletes before our God. We put our cars before our God. We put status before our God. We put our children before our God. We put Air Jordan before our God. No. That's one of the main distractions in our community. Because a lot of us, we think that we can make athletes our leaders, celebrities our leaders. No. There's nobody worthy to be leaders in these last days in our community. Because us as a whole, we left our foundation, which is our God, and we started worshiping other religions, Christianity, Islam, 5%ers, ancient Kemet, different things like that. So overall, no, that's not going to work having a leader in these last days. We're not on one accord like our people was in the Bible days, in the New Testament. They was on one accord. So Yahweh touched Paul, Peter, Apollos, different men who did things, for the church. He touched them and let them lead in certain ways because why? Once they realized who the true Messiah was, they was on one accord. We're not on one accord. So we don't need one leader. And it's not going to work trying to have different leaders in America for our community. It's going to take one individual, a so-called black man at a time, being the leader in his household. Lead yourself, put your God first, get where you need to be in life, get your money right, get wisdom, learn the money system in this world, learn how this world is ran. Like T.I. used to say, learn how to get it. Learn how to do those, and then you'll be able to lead your woman and your children. That's how we become leaders. And see, when we do that, that means we have a multitude of leaders in the community, and we can be on one accord. And when we do that, our women would respect us, and they'll want to lead. Not lead, I'm sorry. Women can't lead, my bad. Our women will want to follow us then. Once they see us get on one accord. And that's the issue. Our women is not seeing us lead our household, brothers. They're not seeing us being real men when it comes to our own life. They seeing us being simps and mama's boys and things like that. They might not say nothing to you playing the game all day and buying Jordans all the time, but you don't have your own place. They might not say that, say nothing to you, but they They think about that, and they don't have no respect for you. So you need to lead yourself. Then you can lead your family and your woman and your children. And then a lot of us will be leaders. And then that makes a successful community. So idolatry is a major thing, man. And you see it on TV all the time. And we put the celebrities on the pedestal, and they think they can speak for the regular so-called black man and woman out here. Every so-called black man don't think like Stephen Curry, LeBron James, Patrick Mahomes, Al Sharpton, Barack Obama. Some so-called black men think different, and I'm one of them. I strive for my wisdom to come from the scriptures and come from the Most High. So all this idolatry, it's a distraction in our community, especially to you, a lot of you brothers. And whatever you having issues with, put it in the Most High hand. And if you don't, I still love you as well because you're my brother. I want to see all of us win. Because I know all of you not going to think like me. But I do love my community. And I want to see us win. Because right now we losing. And all the other races is laughing at us. The Caucasian man is taking our women. Yeah. Behind closed door, that's what they're doing. And most of our women would give it up in a heartbeat if a so-called Caucasian man came on to her. No matter how much they try to talk like they love you. And they want to see us win. So, I'm telling you, and it really get to me when I be on YouTube myself sometime, and I see a lot of my brothers talking about how much they love weed, and they just can't live without it. They'll die for their weed. Listen to how you sound. You would die for your weed? It's power in words, man. If you're a so-called black man and you got children and you say you would die for your weed, you got issues, brother. You check yourself. Because you basically saying you would die for that weed and leave your daughter or son out there to take care of themselves. And I don't care if you don't mean that literally, but there's power in words, man. And we don't realize the power in the words, the things that we say. And don't even recognize some of the things we be saying. But yeah, brother, I just wanted to bring a little bit out to you today. I apologize. I haven't did many videos. I haven't did any videos in like 2 or 3 weeks. I got a tooth pull, and it was very painful. And I'm sorry I took a lot of time, to do another video. But hopefully I'll be bringing out more videos to you soon, the Lord's will. Continue to support me through the Spirit. Subscribe. Hit the like button. If you enjoyed the video, share it to other young brothers out there, other so-called black men out there. Share it if you want to. And I appreciate your support. See you next time. Peace.